2020 Hyundai Palisade car review. The 2020 Hyundai Palisade could possibly be fashionably late towards the growing three-row crossover party in the event it goes on sale inside the United States during the warm months of 2019. But since the Korean brand's largest ever SUV, one fronted by distinctive styling and fleshed out with solid road manners as well as an accommodating interior, it offers to make a big entrance. Hyundai's outgoing three-row offering, the Santa Fe XL, lacks the ample dimensions to challenge mid-size favorites such because Ford Explorer, the Honda Pilot, as well as the Toyota Highlander. The Palisade steps things up. Its 114.2-inch wheelbase stretches 4.0 inches over the XL's. Its length, at 196.1 inches, is 3.0 inches greater, and also the Palisade is usually 3.6 inches wider and a couple 0 inches taller. That growth results in a competitively sized package along with a far more capacious cabin, with tons of leg, head, and shoulder room for first and second row occupants, in addition to a third row ideal for six-footers. Cargo space behind the rearmost seats also increases with a respectable 18 cubic feet, up in the XL's 14. A diesel, but not for us. Our initial drive in Korea was at versions fitted using a 197 horsepower turbodiesel 2.2-liter inline-4. And we can't yet speak with how the Palisade could possibly get along using the naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6, which is to be the sole powered rain inside states. Featuring direct injection and at-King cycle combustion, the V6 is estimated to manufacture a respectable 291 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute, but having a modest 262 lb-ft of torque coming to a rather high 5,000 revs. With a curb weight well over 4,000 pounds, the V6-powered Palisade should scoot to 60 miles per hour within 7.5 seconds. The V6 will use a Hyundai-built 8-speed automatic transmission similar on the one based in the diesel, which shifts mostly unobtrusively, and it is well tuned that can help the 4-pod deliver quick initial responses to pedal inputs. Likewise, the Palisade's available all-wheel drive system front drive is standard and general demonstrated secure traction on roads dusted with light snow. While the Michelin Primus ELTX all-season tires on our drive vehicle's optional 20-inch wheels 18s are standard wheel designed for our forays into deep beach sand, a rotary dial within the console next to your transmission shift buttons offers a higher-level driving mode flexibility both on-road comfort, eco, sport, and smart and off-road snow, mud, and sand, with all the all-wheel drive system adjusting accordingly by way of a variable front-rear torque split. The street-friendly tires meant the Hyundai quickly dug itself into holes around the beach which it often cooled and extricate itself from, but there seemed to be a good sense of control at higher speeds when we pitched it into turns and dashed throughout the surf. The tuning for that Korea market Palisade's suspension, struts in front, multi-link out back, nicely manages body motions, and we're told it will likely be unchanged with the US market. Ride motions are very well damped, and overall ride quality is slightly taut but never uncomfortable. Along with directing the all-wheel drive system and governing the aggressiveness with the throttle mapping and shift schedule, the driving modes could also increase the steering weight while you switch from comfort to smart to sport. That last mode is decidedly about the hefty side, though no uptick in actual feedback. The action for the helm is precise overall, with decent on-center feel for stable highway tracking and linear responses when you wind and mini steering lock. The Palisade always feels of considerable size, yet it carries its bulk well. Impressive interior features. There's a sophisticated Range Rover-ness to your Palisade's aesthetic in profile and through the rear that is able to work using the massive, chromey accented pillar. You'd either love or hate the Hyundai's upside-down headlight arrangement, giant LED running lights, and metallic painted bluff grille. However, it is distinctive and somewhat softens visually when seen around the road. Projector beam headlamps are standard, with fold lighting for the options list. Those significantly differ by the design may choose to look instead on the equally new Kia Telluride, which shares the Palisade's platform but incorporates a more classic, rugged visage. It's inside in which the Palisade is strongest, thanks to your pleasant combination of high-quality materials, numerous soft-touch surfaces, and thoughtful ergonomics. Whether trimmed within a textured silvery finish or striped faux wood on the high-level examples we drove, the general presentation seems one step above the standard to the class. The front seats are long, all supportive, and will be further decked out with quilted stitching. Of the 5 trim levels available, say, Cell, Cell Plus, Limited, and Ultimate, only the highest 2 consist of leather upholstery, and are generally also really the only models which can be had with Secondro captain's chairs in place with the standard 3 cross-split folding bench seat, lowering the passenger count from 8 to 7. An attractively integrated 8.0-inch central touchscreen is standard and will be upgraded into a 10.3-inch unit with navigation. The Ultimate model also carries a 12.3-inch TFT digital gauge cluster, much like that within the newer 2019 Kia K900 sedan, as opposed to what you get on lesser trims, that is a smaller screen flanked by an analog speedometer and tachometer. Both watchouts automatically display a blind spot camera image when either turn signal is activated. Room in all rows. Spacious Secondro seats that could recline and slide fore and aft ensure high numbers of comfort for middle passengers, plus a on-a-touch fold and slide mechanism tends to make easy access for the third row. Once situated, rearmost occupants sit low but not about the floor, and in many cases the lanky should find ample legroom and footroom. Seating adults 3 abreast likely will probably be too much of a squeeze, but it is one from the kinder environment for just a thorough SUV's least fortunate passengers. Unless those occupants really feel forgotten, the Palisade can be acquired with an in-car intercom system together with a rear sleep setting that plays the head unit only above the front speakers. Both rows of seats fold nearly flat and may be power lowered or raised from switches within the cargo area. Among the generous listing of standard features are 7 USB ports, 16 cup holders, as well as a towing package rated at around £5,000. Among the additional extras undoubtedly are a color head-up display, single or dual-pane sunroofs, heated and ventilated outboard Secondro seats in addition for the front seats, as well as a premium 12-speaker Infinity stereo audio. A comprehensive listing of standard safety gear includes adaptive cruise control, lane flowing assist, a driver attention monitor, adaptive high-beam headlights, blind spot monitoring, and front and back cross-traffic collision avoidance assistance. The Hyundai's pricing, likely starting from the low $30,000s and topping out around $50,000, and its fuel economy estimates will still be unknown, along with the performance from the V6 engine. But our initial look with the Palisade shows that it is bold and promising step forward to the Korean automaker, one that will be finally up for the task of confronting thorough stalwarts on equal footing.